continue up. We're going to drive from the Dead Sea all the way up to Jerusalem. Most of the tours, by the way, end in Jerusalem because the airport is right between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. The first sight you will see when you come from Jerusalem is the Mount of Olives. This is the site. We call Jerusalem the city of gold for a very good reason. This is the sunset overseeing Jerusalem. Any pilgrim used to come from the east side of Judea, that's the side that he saw. When Jesus came up to celebrate Palm Sunday, well now it's called Palm Sunday, but when he came up, that's the same view that he saw. Topography hasn't changed in 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years. So this is the Mount of Olives. From now you will see the three most important sites, which is the Western Wall, the main remnants of the temple that was built by King Herod 2,000 years ago, the place of the covenant between God and Abram, the sacrification of Isaac on the Mount Moriah. We will see right next to it the Holy Sepulcher, which is the place that, according to the Catholic and Byzantine Church, this is the place of the burial of Jesus. This is the tomb of Joseph of Arimathea. And what you see over here, by the way, it's one of the most beautiful moments that I ever seen. This is called the Holy Sabbath of Fire. That Holy Sabbath of Fire is usually around Easter of the Eastern Church, and you have millions of torches being lit up in the Holy Sepulcher, then being brought to the patriarchs. And then those patriarchs that had that flame go on special planes and fly to the capital of the Orthodox countries, such as Russia, Romania, Serbia, and they lead up the flames from there to all the Orthodox churches in the world. And it's all starting right here. It is a profound moment. Whether you think this is the place for burial of Jesus or not, it's still a profound moment. It's a very, very powerful place. The other place, of course, is the Garden tomb. To go to the tomb itself and to see that verse is not here for his reason. And you see the tomb, and you see the heel, and you see Golgotha. Golgotha in Aramaic means the skull. And the heel actually shapes like a skull. So you understand why it's called Golgotha. You'll see it for yourself. It is, and to have communion, by the way, in that place, it is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. We will continue to the Garden of Gethsemane. I think one of the most amazing places in Israel. Why? Because these trees are 2,000 years old. 2,000-year-old trees. I remember I was with a group of Catholic priests about quite a while, about 6 or 7 years ago. It's a story that I keep on saying all the time. One of the priests came to me and said to me, so which is the exact tree that Jesus prayed underneath? I said, it doesn't matter. And I tell you why. A tree is a living thing. So this tree heard the prayer of Jesus. The tree next to it also heard the same prayer. And you are able to touch those trees, 2,000-year-old trees. Next to that is the Church of Agony, or Church of All Nation. If you have a Catholic group, they will prefer to do their Mass right over there, or to be one with Gethsemane right over there in the church itself. We will continue to the Via Dolorosa, which is the path of agony. Mostly it's for the Catholics, but this is a procession that was made by the Greeks. What's amazing about it, the end of the Via Dolorosa is the path of agony, the end of it is the Holy Sepulcher, so that's for everybody. So if you have two processions, one is Franciscan, the other one is Greek Orthodox, if you think you saw traffic today, guess again. So this is Via Dolorosa. These are just pictures, by the way, if you need those pictures, those two, this one and this one, well, yeah, this one, we have them as postcards. If you need them, we can send it to you. This one, sadly, you can't. I took it, but it's a really nice picture. This is how the city walls look like at night. By the way, those city walls are brand new. They're not even 500 years old. So this is brand new in Israeli terms. So we continue. What's one thing that's quite amazing? You can segue around Jerusalem. I know some crazy people actually did it on the day before they got married. Crazy people. I don't know who. I wouldn't like to be their friend, but I know them. You can go on a group. It's quite incredible. I mean, think about it. You go on a group and you circle the Holy City on a Sabbath. Incredible. And you can do that through the City of David National Park. Let's see what other places, because people say Jerusalem, they think just Bible. It's not true. It is, of course, the capital, and this is the main city that the Bible speaks about all the time. It is the city of God. But there are other places, there are other things outside religion that you can do there. For example, we spoke about the sideway. No? Yes? Oh. Restaurants. The city of Jerusalem is divided between three parts. The ancient city of Jerusalem, which is the city of David. We're going to see it in a few minutes. The old city of Jerusalem, which is just 500 years old. And the new city of Jerusalem. But you can still go to a restaurant that is dated 200 years ago and have wonderful meals in that restaurant, which is 200 years ago, with incredible cuisine. You can go to see the night show, the same as Leilot Sha'an, the night of Sha'an. You can see that in the David Citadel in Jerusalem. Incredible, incredible views. Museum of Israel, Israel Museum, one of the best museums in the world, with artifacts which are a gem for all of humanity. Right next to that, you have Yad Vashem, which is the Israel Memorial of the Holocaust. Very, very powerful museum. Extremely important for everyone to see. You can stop for a nice cup of coffee. This is a place called Tumol Shushon, one of my favorite places. Again, you sit down in a building that was built 200 years ago and enjoy a nice shot of espresso. After visiting the very place of Jesus. And sometimes it's mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. So we continue after that. This is Machne Yehuda, the best market you've ever seen in your life. I'll repeat that again. The best market you've ever seen in your life. Why? Here when I go to the States, no offense, I find things that call organic food. But if it's grown on the ground, it should be organic, isn't it? It should, I know. In Israel, everything is organic because we grow it ourselves. One of the things that you can do, by the way, you can sit down, there are special cuisine tours that you can go, pick your own fruits, and then cook together in a special kitchen. That is provided. You can speak here with your DMC. We have two DMCs here, by the way, from Israel. We have Aryeh Eben. Where's Aryeh? Right there in the back. And we have Ronen Kromholz from Disneyhouse. Where's Ronen? Nice. Nice. Reciprocation, that's good. So we have stereo DMCs right over here. You can talk to them. They'll tell you exactly. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a fun picture of Eitan, who is a friend of mine. It's called the Kingdom of Chalva. The guy dressed up like a king, and as you walk around in the market, he offers you special treats of Chalva. They make it themselves. It's called the Chalva Kingdom. It is such a fun place. It really is. So this is Machne Yehuda market. Hotels in Jerusalem. You can find 5-star luxury hotels, such as Mamila, such as the Wall of Astoria. We just opened the Wall of Astoria in Jerusalem. Incredible place. King David, Hyatt. Well, now it's done. Hotels which are 4-star. Hotels which are 3-star. So you have the abundance of hotels all over Jerusalem. Now, because we have a light rail system in Jerusalem, it's the only city, I think in the Middle East, that has a light rail system, you can actually, if you have a small group, you can put them in boutique hotels, such as this one, in neighborhoods outside Jerusalem, and use the train to get to the city center. So keep that in mind. This hotel is just 7 suites. It's in a place called Enkarim. Okay? Or, if you have a much larger group, you can put them in kibbutzim around Jerusalem. One of the nicest one, I think, is Belmont, Tsuba. It's a beautiful country hotel, and it's great for groups. It's about 10 minutes drive, 15 from Jerusalem. Okay, so this is about lodging in Jerusalem. These are the southern steps, and this is the last episode we're going to see about the Bible Comes to Life before we conclude our journey. I know you guys are tired. If you're tired now, I think what's going to happen to you after you finish with Israel. You're going to be exhausted. It's a good thing it's a 14-hour flight. You get some rest. So this is the episode of the book of Songs, the Song of Ascents. By the way, the lady that has a beautiful voice that sings the Song of Ascents is my very, very talented wife. So here's the last part of the Bible Comes to Life. Shalom, and welcome to the Bible Comes to Life. Join us as we explore the stories of the Bible and experience them where they actually happen in the land of Israel. I'm Omer Eshel, Director of the Israel Government Tourist Office Midwest Region, and your host. Today we will experience the significant feeling of being a pilgrim to the house of the Lord during the time of the Second Temple period, in the time of Jesus. We will focus on two major places in the old city of Jerusalem. The main gates to the temple, today known as the Eshel or southern excavations, and the Herodian Street, which ends at the western entrance to the temple. If we look at the model of the Second Temple, which is located at the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, we can see the main doors of the temple from the southern end. Today, you can go and see those same stairs, which have been there for 2,000 years. The stairs leads today to what used to be the entrance to the Holy Gate, the main entrance from the south into the temple. In the time of the Second Temple, the Levites, the priests, would ascend these stairs to enter to the holy places, and as they walked, they would sing songs of ascent. There are many such songs in the book of Psalms, and today we will listen to one example from Psalm 126. When the Lord brought back the captivity of Zion, we were like those who dream. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with singing. Then they said among the nation, the Lord had done great things for them. The Lord had done great things for us. We were glad. So today you can open the Bible to Psalm 126. Ascend the actual steps on the temple that the Levites walked on and that Jesus walked on, and sing the same song together with your family and friends. Another entrance to the temple was the Robinson Arch, which is situated on the western wall. That arch was a huge intersection that connected the Herodian Street with the upper entrance of the temple. Today, you can see the remains of the Robinson Arch, which was destroyed by the Romans in the Great Fire of 70 AD. You can visit today the end of the Herodian Street in the Davidson Center and see the debris of the actual temple, how the walls crumbled down in the Great War against the Romans and shattered on the streets. Right across from the arch, there's a series of booths. We know from the Gospels about the booth at the foot of the temple, where Jesus cast the tables of the money changers in resentment of their evil ways. These are the same booths where the money changers sat. The Herodian Street is an amazing construct. The street leads from the Siloam pool all the way down at the city of David, along the ravine, the Guy in Hebrew, up to the Temple Mount and the Holy Gate. In August of 2011, the Israel Antiquities Authority, together with the City of David National Park, actually opened the beginning of the street. This is the same street that used to lead the pilgrims, including Jesus and his disciples, from the Siloam pool, where they would purify themselves, up to the temple. Today, you can visit the Herodian Street at the City of David National Park. And what's amazing about this, that this is the only street in Jerusalem that had not been used for 2,000 years and stayed intact, because it was buried under the debris from the temple. So the people who walked on this street before us were from the Second Temple period, from the time of Jesus. So today, when you come to Jerusalem and you visit the Temple Mount and the southern and the western walls, make sure to bring with you the book of Psalms and sing as you go up to worship the Lord. The words of Psalms 126, Shir HaMa'alot, the song of ascent. Right here in Jerusalem, right here in Israel, but the Bible